Well guys, welcome back to what is going to be our last week in Norway. Rather than be sad for this last week, I think we should really embrace it and really enjoy it. And what a fantastic place. And this is just a little park up that we came for lunch. And it's absolutely incredible. Looks like a little sort of fishing cabin and stuff behind us.
And on the way here, we actually finally saw wild moose and reindeer beside the road.
Up until this point, we've seen one moose wild, and we actually saw some reindeer and moose.
Yeah, it's really good. Talking of animals, I had one of my best days yesterday where we decided to go to Polar Park, which is the world's northernmost animal park, and it's got a lot of the Arctic animals in.
Now, just one thing, we're not normally zoo and animal park people. We love to see wildlife in the wild in its natural habitat. However,
well, I had checked out the reviews and people said the animals look really well cared for and not stressed, big enclosures, so we thought we'd give it a go and we were not disappointed. It was incredible.
I was sceptical.
But actually during the summer season, every day at 1 o'clock they do a tour as they feed the animals. I believe they also do it in the winter but just at weekends. And we got to see, well, Arctic fox, lynx, wolverine, wolves, bears.
Got to hear the wolves howling, and one of the great things about the wolves howling was we were kind of at another part of the park, so it was just kind of coming through the trees and over the top of the hill.
And I think out of those, probably the most exciting was seeing the bears because we were so close. We were literally about a metre away from them. It was incredible. And I think the feeding took about an hour and a half. We had a sort of a wander around and had a look at a few more bits. And then we went to the cafe to have a cup of tea. And in the whole 11 weeks we've been here, we had
the best cake in Norway.
Yes, we did. So you must go to the cafe and have the cake.
Again, we're not normally ones for animal parks and zoos, but this would be one that we would absolutely put on our to-do list if you're in this area.
In fact, we enjoyed it so much we nearly went back again today.
Yeah, just fantastic. So we're going to go, it's probably about an hour's drive down into the Stegen area, find a park up, chill out probably the rest of today, and then we'll explore a little bit more of the area. But yeah, Norway. So we're driving into Stegen, and we just happened to look out under the water, flat calm, and we saw something seemingly dive down. So we thought, otter. Now it's not an otter, but it is.
2 porpoise calves. They are literally
tiny. They're so small.
They're right in front of us.
I might go get the longer lens and see whether I can get a little bit of footage. 2 minutes. There we go, guys. 2 there. Fabulous.
There's 3.
Wow, guys, wow. Absolutely beautiful. And you're probably not going to be able to make this out, but we can actually hear them breathing. Well, that was fabulous. They're still playing. They just seem to be sort of moseying sort of left and right. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 of them.
I don't know. It's difficult to tell.
But yeah, just wonderful.
There's definitely, at least I've seen 3 up at one time, so there's definitely 3.
And we were just commenting that we were feeling a little bit down in the mouth because the wildlife experiences that we've had over the last sort of couple of weeks have been fantastic, and we don't really have anything major planned over the next sort of month or so. And then wildlife goes, hang on a minute, you don't need to have stuff planned. Just come and search for me. And there we are, we can actually hear a pod of porpoise.
I've never heard them breathing before.
No.
I'm trying to zoom in with my phone, which doesn't actually zoom. I could do a second breakfast, actually.
There we go. Actually, quite peckish myself. Been out for a run this morning. Right, onward. That is so beautifully flat calm. It would be perfect conditions to see an otter. Pretty good habitat for them as well. Listen to me sounding all knowledgeable, not even slightly knowledgeable. Reminds me very much of the habitats that we would have seen otters back in Scotland, especially on the Isle of Mull. Yeah, this would be perfect conditions for an otter. Managed to get someone out, but munching away on toast. So there is more porpoise out there. And also sitting on one of the bit too far away to get any footage, but a white-tailed sea eagle as well. It just once again proves that just taking your time. It would have been so easy for us to kind of hammer up this road to our sort of chosen destination, which I'm not even quite sure where our chosen destination is. but just pulling in, mainly to allow this one here to get some toast. But yeah, porpoise, white-tailed seagull, and I'm pretty sure there'll be otters here as well. You know, I was going to apologise for the slower paced nature of this week's vlog, but why apologise for an environment such as this? Nicola won't be joining us at this present moment. She's unfortunately had a bit of a migraine. As I was starting to edit this vlog, my mind started to kind of play a bit of a trick with me, and kind of after the last couple of weeks of us bouncing around different islands and going on pretty incredible hikes and having some wonderful wildlife experiences, all of a sudden we were just slowing things down, and I was kind of thinking, oh, it's a bit dull. And then I reminded myself of a couple of things. Firstly, I'm sorry, but this is not dull. This is beautiful. And the other thing as well is that with us being full-time on the road, not every day can be incredible. I think that very quickly leads to burnout. Now, one could argue that we could only record and publish bits and pieces that when we are doing kind of exciting things, but as we have always maintained, we first and foremost want these vlogs to be a memory for us when we're old and grey, if we make it that far. And that also involves the quiet moments, the not so epic moments. But it's funny how the old mind plays tricks with you. We actually have been out for both of us a 10-mile run this morning, and it was pretty gnarly conditions, but it seems to have lifted. Now, I'm not sure whether we're going to stay here. It's a phenomenal little park up, no services, but a phenomenal little park up. And I'm worried that if we drive off to go visit other parts of this area that we might not get. I'd like to come back here and stay here this evening, but it's not that big. Enjoy the environment, and most importantly, enjoy allowing myself to slow down. Oh yeah, it's my birthday as well today. Happy birthday, Nigel. Well, good day again, guys. And after just over a 10-mile run this morning and then a 3-mile walk round trip to go to the shop, we got speaking to another couple, Norwegians, who told us there was an interesting cave to go and see, which was only about a K away. So we thought, why not do that? And so we thought, yeah, K walk, how hard can that be? But as usual, everything in Norway is a bit of a challenge when it comes to hiking. Now, apparently it's only a K. Up to the cave.
And again, normally it's further.
Yeah.
But I had an awful migraine after my run, and so I've not felt exactly top form either.
So there might be a little bit more moaning and groaning in this video than normal.
There's usually pretty much full-time moaning and groaning. Is anybody timing how far we've been?
Are you guys timing? What do you mean is anyone timing? We got an official timekeeper who follows us around the place now. I can't even speak, I'm so tired. Look at this little cabin here. Fantastic. And they've even supplied wood and an axe and a fire pit. Looks like you pay some money.
There's even an outside table with bar stools.
Bar stools?
But no beer. Oh. Look, it's amazing.
Because what day is it today?
It's your birthday.
Still my birthday. Still no cake.
You had fruit loaf.
There's no candle in it. We've said it once and we've said it again. They really do promote, the Norwegians really do promote an outdoor lifestyle. And yes, you've got the wonderful hikes and the wonderful natural environment, but they really do supplement that with some fantastic little areas. Just Love it, absolutely love it. Don't want to leave.
I know.
Really don't
I
want
think
to
that's
leave.
why I feel a bit down, because I know we're going.
Mm.
Feels like it's the end of our trip. It's not, because we're obviously just living in a van, so the end of the trip just keeps going. But it's
It's not a trip then?
but this is what we've been looking forward to for a while, Norway, and yeah, it's going to be really sad to leave.
Anyway, shall we move on to Russahola?
I guess so. Apparently there's quite a bit of climbing involved.
When is there not? It's Norway after
I
all.
need to check out the toilet first though.
I'm not sure we need to do a Nicola's 2-minute review on that.
No.
Although we will hear whenever she opens the door.
Oh my goodness! They're going to make sure you don't run out of loo roll. That's such, I mean, how clean is that?
Drop toilet, which of course, as I said in a previous video, I'm still terrified of falling in. And 2 seconds later, we're lost. Not lost, but we don't know which way to go. There seems to be 2 paths now, so I thought it was up there, but the sign seems to suggest we go this way. So.
Although that looks like the more defined path, doesn't it? What do you reckon? Let's go this way.
So I think we're lost again.
Very. I
It's,
think I brought us on the wrong path.
I can't see too much of a path. It says it's over there somewhere, but the couple that we met this morning seemed to suggest that it's in here somewhere, but it just looks impenetrable. As usual, the Cookes haven't got a Scooby-Doo. So apparently this is a path, according to Nicola. Oh God.
I don't think I would have signed up for this had I realised it was not straightforward. But then when have any of them been straightforward?
I know.
We didn't bring any water, any food.
Oh, I see a red marker on a tree down here.
It could just be somebody saying, help me, I'm lost.
So we're definitely finding little markers, bloody hell, which are either showing us the way to go or leading us to our doom. So we are, currently evaluating our life choices, because this just does not look like where we should be. Up this kind of sketchy looking bit of moss covered rocks apparently, but this was not part of the plan.
If it gets too difficult, we'll call it a day.
Oh jeez,
You right?
never better.
Oh, there's a red dot.
Well, unless we came here to find red dots, that doesn't really tell me anything.
It means we're on the right path. Oh, there's another path down there. I think we've come up the wrong path.
Well guys, we're officially calling it.
It's just one of those times where you just could so easily fall.
Well, we didn't, I mean, this was not what was planned for. So, no, we're calling it.
We're calling it.
Apparently it's a cave, Russahola,
And a
Troll cave.
jet crash site.
And the jet crash site,
But,
yeah. But
you know what? I think I'd rather keep us safe.
yeah. Right guys, we shall see you back down at the van,
Yeah.
hopefully.
It's too sketchy.
Sketchy. And here she has us tramping through wet grasses, and just because of her goat mentality. So obviously last night, good morning by the way.
Morning. I may be looking a bit rough. Had another migraine again today.
But obviously last night, whenever we were looking for the cave, we saw the tombola, and I knew, irrespective of what the weather was going to be like this morning, this one here needed to set foot on it. And so as soon as she realised it was low tide, she's like, I need to go there.
No, I needed some air to feel better.
I mean guys, how cute is that? I actually spotted this whenever we were up again last night, but look at it, it's fabulous. What a great little spot, right in below the foot of the mountain, with obviously views out to sea as well. Little barbecue pit.
It's not full, but it's like a dipping pool.
It's a hot tub.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's amazing.
You must be able to rent this, I would say, because there's an outhouse there as well. So I think you probably rent this, poop there, and dip there, and get lost up here. Go on then, I'll let you set foot on the tombola first. So was it absolutely everything you dreamed of? Yeah, it doesn't really look as good from down here, so really should have brought the drone out. I really need to start using the drone more, but as I said, I think before in this channel, I have a love-hate relationship with drones. I love the footage you get, but I hate their noise.
Do you think you can walk all the way around or not? Do you think it's too squishy?
You know what that probably means.
No, I'm just wondering, you know, just wondering.
So guys, welcome to a very impressive looking beach. Even though we're not getting a huge amount of visibility, the mountains are disappearing off into the mist. A beautiful, beautiful stretch of beach. I think it is because it's nestled between the mountains. Can't stay here overnight. It's a part of a nature reserve, but we just thought we would come down and hang out here for a couple of hours. I think I said at the start of the vlog, or maybe at the end of last week's vlog, that Stegen is very similar to Lofoten, but with just less people. We haven't really seen that yet, certainly the less people, but we really haven't seen the sort of similarities with Lofoten, because Lofoten was incredible. But coming down somewhere like this, all of a sudden, I can see what they were talking about. Even without the views, it still looks damn impressive. Well, I think it's time to get back to the van, because that rain is starting to come on a little bit heavier now. It looks like you really are surrounded by loads of mountains. Well guys, despite the sun, we've had a couple of pretty gnarly days weather here in Narvik. The bad weather has finally caught up with us. 12 weeks of sunshine, and we've had several days of rain here in Narvik. Go hunker down in the library for a couple of hours. But you know what? Norway doesn't owe us anything in terms of good weather. We have been blessed these last almost 12 weeks.
And the sun has come out to say goodbye, so that's fair enough. Yeah, I reckon we've had probably a week of rain in those 12 weeks in total, probably. Incredible. Yeah.
And actually funny, even though we're obviously, you know, we can stay in the EU for as long as we want. Obviously, by rights, if you stay any longer than 90 days in any one country, you normally need to let the local sort of officials know. Turns out, we're leaving on day 86 or 87 or something. Yeah. So
just in time.
Just in time. Well, we've got 3 more days. We could go and do something else. But no.
Yeah, unfortunately, Norway hasn't contacted us to say they need us to stay, so we're having to go.
Go on, Norway. One last little email to say, stay, will you? Do the winter season. But that's it. That is our little Norway series done and dusted.
Gutted to be leaving. Yeah. Absolutely gutted. I mean, we've said it so many times. It's surpassed all expectations.
Next week at some point we'll do another little video just summarising our highlights and maybe some tips for travelling in the van. But suffice to say, and if you've been following along, you've probably already gathered this, we absolutely love Norway. Love it, love it.
I don't think they're looking for us just yet.
It's the tourism board coming to say hello. We're actually parked up just in a little sort of air up above Narvik. 250, well, we think maybe we'll get away with 144 knock. It all depends on what it classifies our van with, but really, really worth the money. We had both a pretty heavy load of work to do, so it worked out well. But I say the last couple of days has been pretty gnarly with weather. I think we're moving into slightly colder conditions for the first time this year. I think we've had the heating on as well.
Yeah, it has been a bit chilly actually. The last 24 hours has been pretty cold.
Joy, going into an LPG hungry country where they don't sell LPG. That should be fun. Right guys, well, we have some van essential bits and pieces to do before we drive. We're only about an hour away from the Norway-Sweden border. I think I'll take my time driving that road.
I know. So thank you again, Norway.
Yeah, just in case you're watching.
Yeah, you've been amazing. We've
Wonderful.
loved you.
Loved it, loved it, loved it.
Been one of our favourite countries ever in the whole world that we've been to.
And I'm pretty sure at some point we'll come back.
Yeah, I would say we definitely will. It's too beautiful not to. Yeah. So
right.
if you're thinking of coming, but you're not sure, Stop thinking and just book it.
Yeah, book it and come. And of course,
Yeah.
it's an all year round place now because you've come in the winter, you've got the northern lights, maybe a bit more challenging in a van. Summer, you've got the midnight sun. Wonderful.
Yeah, do it. You won't regret it.
Right, guys. Well, once again, thanks a lot for following along. And until next time, we probably should have learned the word goodbye in Norwegian.
Oh yeah, we're rubbish. Tuck.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.